sand. Welcome back to the Big Kountry YouTube channel, and today, we're back on the Hyperbusa. Yeah, that's the one that my brother wrecked at nearly 200 miles an hour. Today, we're down to nothing but just the engine, and I've heard it before, guys. Y'all want to see some videos of the engine disassembly. So I'm going to be taking apart this Hyperbusa engine.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You
What
said
now,
you was going to be taking the bike apart. You didn't say you were going to be taking the engine apart. This is the only thing I got left that's any good.
Brother, I don't know if you noticed. I don't think you got this that's any good.
It's about what counts on the inside.
Well, brother, luckily for you, I did think ahead. I think it's a little over my head. So, I'm going to take apart all this stuff you destroyed, and then I'm bringing in a real expert. I got BJ back here.
Thank God.
The real brains of the operation. BJ, what are we going to be doing?
You're going to be getting the tools for BJ and giving him paper towels and
Brother,
stuff like that.
we're going to do this while you're not even here, dude.
That's what I'm afraid of. BJ, paper towels and tools from Country only. No advice.
Country halfway built his and it holds up.
Yeah, dude. See, BJ ain't going to go along with your schemes and scams. He knows the Big Country's smart.
He's part of the disassemble.
I'm just going to leave now. That way I feel better about the whole situation.
That'd
I
be
don't
better.
see, I feel like I won't know.
That'd be better. Me and Beach got this completely under control. Beach, what do you think could be wrong with this thing?
I don't know. I think all the oil that was supposed to be in it
Yeah, so we definitely got some holes here in our engine.
come out of it.
And so basically I think what we can do is get all of this stuff off. We get it flipped over and then allow BJ to take a look on the inside of this engine. He's the real doctor around here. But pretty much at this point, we just got to start taking stuff apart.
I'm out.
Remember from one of my other video, guys, we had a Gen 1 Hayabusa engine, and I asked y'all to tell me what you thought it was going in. Well, I've been saving this project for 2025. It's gonna be big because here's our Gen 1 Hayabusa engine, and I got something to go with it. I'm not gonna let you know just yet what the project is we're putting this in, but guys, I got maybe the most important piece of the puzzle finally. Check this out. Straight from DAS Performance. Yeah. ProCharger C1R. Okay. This is a supercharger for our Gen 1 Hayabusa engine. Good up to 600 horsepower. 600 horsepower. Alright guys, so needless to say, we're going to have to build our Gen 1 Hayabusa engine, but what in the world is Big Kountry going to put this in? You see it's already polished up. It already looks pretty. We're going to have the big belts going out here. This is going to be wild, and I'm telling you guys, when I said I had plans for 25, I wasn't messing around. Alright guys, we gotta do a little bit of cutting on this engine. This right here, I think this is just like a casting holder or something. I don't know. It doesn't serve any purpose, but we gotta make some clearance. So for 2025, my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna wear safety glasses. You guys get on to me about my PPE all the time. So now I'm wearing safety glasses, alright? These things suck. I can't see nothing. That's the stupidest idea I've ever seen. Just like that, guys. Safety third. As you get the engine apart, you see we finally got the side cover off. We had to grind, cut, drill out the bolts to get it because they're completely ground down. But I think we got all the broken pieces off of the engine. But man, look at all the dirt and metal shavings inside the engine. Not good at all. So basically, this all looks just like where our clutch cover ground down, and then actually since it went through, now there's dirt, grit, grime, literally in the engine. Not good. So hopefully the good thing is we have an oil filter, we have an oil pickup screen that hopefully caught most of the stuff, but this is the reason we're taking this motor apart, because obviously she took a serious tumble. Guys, the time has come to split this sucker up.
Oof, maybe.
Get a load of that, guys. That's the inside of a 200-mile-an-hour turbocharged Suzuki Hayabusa. First impressions, I mean,
Not bad.
she's looking pretty good. All right, Haley Rose, what do you think about our engine?
I think she's good.
I mean, it looks good to you? I mean,
Pretty good.
check out, look. Transmotion, crankshaft. You see anything looks like it's messed up?
Nothing looks broke.
Looks pretty
I
good.
mean, it looks like it's cut in half right now, but that's just my 2 cents.
Well, I mean, that is kind of the actual case right now. All right, dude, so we got the oil pump apart and she looks almost pretty good.
Almost. Minus a little sand action.
So, I mean, it takes nearly nothing to run through these. And, I mean, this is going to drop your oil pressure. That might drop it 10 pounds or 15 pounds of oil pressure. And, I mean, these high-performance engines like this, they have to have good oil pressure. So, like I said, that's probably just from a few grains of sand or something running through that. We're going to go ahead and replace it. Like I said, that's a cheap part and a must do. If you're going to pull the engine apart this far, why would you not put an oil pump in it? You can see right there, I mean, that's probably just like a grain of sand got in there. But this thing is turning. How many RPMs is this thing turning, Beach?
About 12,000.
12,000 RPMs. That little circle is going real fast. And I mean, it don't take but a second and it destroys that thing. So we got that. They let me take apart the, this is your oil pickup. So this has just got a little bit of debris in it. This is just normal stuff here. Nothing alarming, just a few pieces of, I don't know what that is. Yeah, so right here, your actual clutch cover and everything, see this debris in here? That is the stuff that probably got sucked through the engine with this sand and gunk. And then in the oil pan, yeah, so I mean, there's actually a hole in there, and you can see where the clutch actually even touched the clutch cover, which is probably what some of this came from. This is the bottom of the oil pan. And you can see in here we got some metal shavings. I mean, to the average person, this might look pretty bad, but honestly, me and BJ are like, man, this looks pretty dang good. I have seen tons of my engines look way worse, right? I mean, dude, we took them apart sometimes, and you can go to the scrap metal bin with all the shavings in my engines.
Maybe
but
14,000 RPMs.
yeah, and more boost and more everything, dude. But anyways, so we're gonna keep moving along, getting the transmission out of there now. Everything in the transmission so far looks good. Shift forks look good. All our gears look good. Like I said, he was already in 6th gear, so not much really going on with the transmission once it went down, as long as none of those big chunks of debris or anything like that got into the gears. Our next step from here is getting these rod caps off and actually pulling the crankshaft out of this thing, and then it's fully inspection. What do you need, dude?
I need the hammer.
I always got the hammer. Oh, dude, careful. Rose, you got them things looking clean, dude. Is that brand new?
Yeah.
Pretty freaking much. I mean, looking slick, dude. Good job. Heck yeah. All right, over here now, we got to get back. Beej is requesting my assistance. Alright guys, so that is pretty much wrapping it up. We got the Busa motor completely disassembled. Well, BJ has the Busa motor completely disassembled. And I mean, everything looks good. So of course, I did show you the bearings. You can tell there's definitely been a little bit of debris go through them. Would that probably affect anything? Probably not. Would it be real dumb not to put new bearings in it while we got it tore apart? Yes. So we're putting new bearings in it. I already told you we're putting the oil pump in it. And then we got to get this thing put back together. But this being a Gen 3 engine, we got to get all this stuff ordered. So that's our time dilemma, and that's what we're up against. BJ, do you think this thing is going to be able to go back together and go 200 miles an hour again?
I hope so.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the engine's gonna do it. Now,
Yeah,
that body work, I don't know about, but the engine, she's looking good, and I mean, we just got to get the parts back now and get it put back together. So I mean, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. It's doing it for today, guys. Be sure to go check out the other video where we tore the whole bike down. We're doing this whole build on the channel, and the only place you can see it is on Big Kountry's YouTube channel. Yeah. Chris can't even post it because I own the rights to the Hyperbusa rebuild. And from here, we're going back together the engine. Then we got to get the frame back. And then we got to start putting all this thing back together. Guys, be sure to drop in the comments. We got to let Chris know. Chris wants to put this thing back just like it was. That's not country style. I mean, dude, we got to do something. We got to have some titanium, some carbon fiber. I mean, guys, let me know, what should we do? We might not even tell Chris about it, but we're going to do something cool to this Hyperbusa to make it country, all right? So, guys, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel. We're on the way to 50,000 subscribers. And when I get to 50,000, I'm doing something big for y'all, guys. I'm not going to tell you until we get a little bit closer, but it's going to be big. And the last thing you got to do,
Keep it
country.